my favorite road in the world. Indeed, we are in Texas. We did manage to get through the house last night, and we had dinner with the kiddo and the mama and the sister-in-law and the niece. So yeah, it was kind of nice. We all got up this morning and we had a big family breakfast. Ate an entire loaf of bread.
It was a half loaf.
Two of them, though.
Two half loaves,
yeah, 2 half loaves. So yeah, good times were had by all. But then, as is always the case, there was a tiny little honey-do list. One thing needed to be done. The oil needed to be changed in our daughter's car. But that turned into 2 new tires and some balancing beads and an oil filter wrench. Yeah. So.
And having to add gear oil to the front differential case.
And that too. So yeah, all in all.
A 30-minute job turned into about
4 or 5 hours.
4 or 5 hours.
And a few miles to go and get the stuff. So, yeah, it's been an eventful day. And while we technically had, the time to drive the miles all the way from the house down to San Antonio, Dallas is in between, so we decided to go ahead and leave. I think we left around 2:30 today, and I guess we decided to drive all the way through Dallas before we stopped for the night. Who knows? We may drive all the way to San Antonio tonight. I kind of doubt it. Oh. So you ought to.
Depends on how fast we can get through Dallas.
Yep. So, if we don't get shaken apart or bucked off this particular course before we get there, we will see you further down the bumpy road. Good evening. Our appointment down here at HEB isn't until 7:30. It is currently
A little after 6.
We've been to check in. I said, "You're early. We got you checked in. Go find a place to park. We'll call you when we're ready." This is going to be one of those really just sucky couple of days. If we had known what our next pickup was going to be, we might not have stayed at the farm the other night, because we have to be back up in Dallas at 9 a.m. tomorrow. I don't know how long it's going to take us to get unloaded here, but it's
A couple of hours, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's a 5-hour drive back up to Dallas. And then, so yeah, I mean, I think we're looking at...
I've got 7 hours of drive time. So that's fine. But I'm also into my I've only got about another 45 minutes of my 14-hour left, so it's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, and yeah, we're doing a split sleeper berth, so that's gonna help. But that also means that we're probably not gonna get a whole lot of sleep tonight. So, yeah. After this, like I said, we're headed back up to the Dallas area. We're going to Garland, going to Daisy, one of my favorites, and then up to
Springfield, Missouri, then back down to Joplin, Missouri, then back all the way over to St. Louis.
Yeah.
For those of you keeping track
That's all
and
weird.
know geography, from where we're at to where we're going to drive right by Joplin to go to Springfield, turn around, come back to Joplin, and then drive back by Springfield to go to St. Louis. That's the way. I even called and asked. That's the way they want it delivered. So they're going to pay me an extra
Couple 100 miles.
150,
180 minimum.
that's about 70, about 150, 155 miles to drive this the wrong way, basically. So.
Yeah. So, I guess we will see you guys after dark on our way back up to Garland. take his load. And what load are we picking up from him?
So Bumgar's load has got 6 stops on
Sweet. And those just take us on up into Iowa. We keep getting confused thinking that we're going home this weekend for home time. So we were all excited for the Joplin load because we thought it was going to be our home load. But every time we have a conversation with Jacob, he'll be like, it's not what I have down. And we have to be reminded that, next week is home time. But we'll get there eventually. Anyway, so now we've gotten through Dallas traffic, Austin traffic first, then Dallas traffic, and now we are just about to exit the state on the north side. So